Hi everyone, this is Natasha and this is a by request video on how to get rid of the sticky residue on your scissors. So I have three sets of scissors I have in front of me. This is my fabric ribbon ones. That's why I have a little piece of ribbon tied to the end of it. I know it doesn't look like much because when one of my dogs was a puppy, I have no idea how he found this, but he teethed on it, so I just sanded it down so it's not rough to the touch, but it's a great pair of scissors. I love them. This is the, see if I can full focus. I turned my autofocus off so my camera doesn't, there you go. So that's a pair of scissors. And these are pretty clean, but oh, there is a little bit of residue right there, so I can clean that up. And I know that my non-stick scissors can certainly use a little bit of cleaning because I recently had been cutting foam tape, which has adhesive on one side, as well as cushion foam for stamps. So what I'm going to use for this particular little demo is the Stick Away adhesive cleaning agent, but you can also use Goof Off, which is available at every hardware store. It usually comes in, I think 1 or 2 ounce bottles. It's relatively affordable. I mean, probably more readily available than this, but I happen to have the Stick Away because I have my Cricut mats that I restick. So this takes off the stickiness. And I already have a layer of paper towels down on my desk. I also have some wipes off to the side, which I'm going to use after putting this on. But first I'm going to take off the sleeve off of this Martha Stewart pair of scissors. And because I'm going to spray all three, I'm going to line these up with their blades open, spray each one, flip them over, and spray them again. But I don't want to get it's kind of a greasy texture because essentially the stickiness is removed by grease, and that's what this Stick Away, actually, let me see if it says what its content is. Has all sorts of children's disclaimers, but Goof Off stuff is pretty much similar properties. So I have the blades exposed and I'll flip them over. And this is an aerosol pump. And I'm going to spray directly on the blades. And that's enough. And then flip them over. And spray on the other side. And let it sit for just about a minute. I'm going to put this aside and get some antibacterial on my hands because I don't want any of that on me. And if you're weary or if you have any mild allergies, wear gloves when you do this. It's definitely easier to throw away a pair of gloves than try to get something off of you that you might have a reaction to. So I think that should be plenty of time. I'm going to take another paper towel and then do a little wiping. Again, be cautious. These are sharp scissors. I'm going to wipe from the outside, so I'm not trying not to hold the blade to see if I see, like, look at all that residue that's coming off. And this is a good idea to do periodically because you'll get all sorts of kind of yuckiness off of it. You know, we sometimes abuse some of our supplies, so it's a good idea to give them a good thorough cleaning. And I'm going to leave these just slightly open and continue with the others. And then I'm going to go over them with wipes to get the remainder of the product off that cleans up the blades. Okay, so now I'm going to use one of the wipes. I would definitely not recommend getting the scissors wet, like under running water. You don't want any of the parts to rust up. And again, be careful with the blades. but just making sure you wipe everything off. The other thing that you could do is, and I'll show you that in a second, to make sure that there's nothing left. So you don't go to cut a decorative piece of paper and get oily substance on it. So the easiest way to take care of that is I'm going to close each of the blades. I don't poke myself. Get rid of all that right directly into the trash. And then take each of the pairs of scissors with a paper towel and then fold it up and do a few cuts. This way, if there's anything residually on the blades, it should clean up. Yep, they're not tacky. They'll touch and they'll air dry. And then the last are these. If you're not comfortable doing any of these steps, check with your local either sewing store. I think Joann's has this periodically. They have, I don't know what they're called specifically, but they might have, I think they're called sharpening clinics, where you can bring in your scissors. I see just a little bit that I want to clean up. You can bring your scissors in and have them treated by a professional if you're not comfortable or you feel that you're not getting truly the cleaning you need, or if you need something sharpened. And I know that they do that periodically. I see it from time to time posted at my local Joann's. So there you go. That should clean up all the sticky residues off of your blades and make them receptive to cutting without snagging any of your products that you're running through the trying to cut with the scissors. So I think what I'm going to do, just to make sure there's no more residue left, just clean them up. Maybe you want to see it's coming off more behind the blade. So I might just do one more cleanup with the wipes. So there you go, and that's how you'll know when it's perfectly clean, when it won't be rubbing off with any residue. Yeah, I wasn't thorough enough in the wipe cleaning, so I'm going to do that one more time. But there you go, there's a quick way to do this. Again, be very careful. These blades are sharper than you think. I think the Tim Holtz one could probably take off a digit, so be really careful with that one because it's serrated and it is, I think it's pretty much self-sharpening, so it stays pretty sharp. If you have any questions for me, or if you have any special requests, kind of how to quickly to do something, by all means, just ask. If I can, I'll be more than happy to help out. Thank you so much for watching.